We're just having a little fun now. All we're going to do is play around. We got two guys, members of the four-ship aerobatic team that you're not going to worry about maneuvers. They play around and enjoy themselves, and they're going to check the air and everything because the four-ship is coming up, and these guys are a great part of it. A little advice this morning, and he's right. I always listen to John. He picks the kind of food that he likes, and then I try it. He's right. It is good. But he said, don't worry about telling folks all about different maneuvers. That isn't what we'll watch them both at once anyway. Plus, I'm going to give you a detailed description of everything the four-ship squadron will be doing when they fly close formation. These guys, Bill Stein is a former aerobatic champion, and he had his own air show. Bill knows what aerobatics are all about. The other guy up there is a guy named John McMurray, and John McMurray is a former F-15 pilot. So we did slow him down, ladies and gentlemen. Taxiing down here, one of the airplanes that I certainly enjoy watching, it looks like an F-14. Well, you can see that this isn't all work. A lot of it is fun. Put your fingers in your ears for a minute. This high-pitched stuff isn't good for you. Bomber pilots in World War II than any airplane on the planet. These airplanes were built for that purpose as a primary training. The Navy had them listed as N2 engines or N3 engines depending on what engine. It was a 220 Continental. We have a 450 horsepower Pratt & Whitney engine. In World War II. We used it in amphibious vehicles. I mean, the engine is just about as good an engine as you can put in an airplane. And we fly these airplanes. We don't take them apart and truck them, we fly them. So if we're going to go the longest flight I can remember, and we did the show the next week in Portland, Maine. So this is what it's all about. We don't go above weather or through weather. This being our 25th anniversary for the Red Baron Squadron, our first touring year was 1979. I've been with them for 18 years doing this, and we've been out there telling you folks where the current fighters came from, giving you something to build on in aviation, kids. It didn't just happen, it evolved. And what you're going to see when we show you the four-ship act later, I'm going to take you back to the great 1920s, and we're going to talk about what aviation was doing then, because it was a whole different world. Not to them to because they know where the other airplane is. That is the secret of two airplanes in the box at the same time. There is an invisible aerobatic box out there, and one of the two. That's why they have wavered airspace at air shows. Anybody that comes into this box that's not part of this air show is going to get free mail from the government for the rest of their natural life. You can count on it. And that is Red Baron Frozen Pizza. Thanks you for inviting us to your show again this year. We were here in 2000, the year 2000. We're from all over the United States. I live in Minnesota. Our lead pilot's from Colorado. We got a guy here from Ohio, a guy from, oh shucks, I can't even think of where they all are. Someplace in the United States. I think two of our pilots and Margaret and I will be going home this week for a few days, because next week we're in Janesville, Wisconsin, and there'll be a couple ferry pilots come in, and those airplanes will go from here in the morning back to Janesville, Wisconsin, and do some what we call marketing, and that's giving media rides and stuff. What we really want to do is introduce as many of you as we can to Red Baron Frozen Pizza products. Because if we do, and if you try it, you sink your gums into a Red Baron product. Pizza slices myself. I'm telling you, the crust is so light it almost floats out of the box. So that's what it's all about. Red Baron says, Lordy, we're glad to be here. We want you to enjoy the air show, because it's a full day of fun, and we're putting them on the ground now. I'm going to give it back to Larry. I'll see you about 1:30 and we'll boogie, okay? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jerry Van Kempen, and you're going to hear him later on when you see the full performance of the Red Baron team. We're going to take a little break right now, folks. Our Thunderbirds are going to do a sound check for us and check on their airplanes and all kinds of things as the Red Baron dual team leaves the runway and taxis down in front of you. Give them a wave as they taxi back. So we're going to take a little break, and Dan, we need to talk about the ships out there in the water. They're listening on FM. Folks, you're not going to hear anything for a couple of minutes here because we got some business to do right here. So you boats out there, enjoy the ride. We'll be with you in just a little bit. Here come our Red Baron team. Give them a wave and a round of applause as they come by, our solo performers. They'll be part of the team later on. Folks, we are going to be taking just a short break here, so you have some time to go back and visit your friends and neighbors at our concessions, grab some lunch. And I say visit your friends back there because those are your neighbors who are staffing those booths.